Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are a team from Universiti Putra, Malaysia, Bintulu, supervised by Dr. Noziana, together with our team members, Nurul Husna, Muhammad Sobri, and myself, Tengku Nur Shahira, are going to present about our research project entitled of Red Cabbage Bioplastic. Ladies and gentlemen, what is plastic? It is mostly made from synthetic materials made from polymers, which are long molecules built around chains of carbon atoms, typically hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, and nitrogen filling in spaces. While polymers are made from long chains of basic unit called a monomer. For instance, polyethylene, which is simply the repetition of ethene monomers. Here we have figure 1 that shows multiple industries that uses plastic. As you can see, it is dominated by packaging industries, which accounts for 36% in the total values, followed by construction, textiles, consumer products, others, and transportation. Plastic waste can bring numerous negative impacts. Firstly, it damages human health. The toxic chemicals might leach out of the plastic. Exposure to them is linked to cancers, birth defects, impaired immunity, and other diseases. Secondly, plastic threatens wildlife. Wildlife become entangled in plastic. In fact, they die by mistaking it for food. This also pollutes the entire food chain, especially the seafood that we consume. Thirdly, synthetic plastic decomposes very slowly. When it's thrown in landfill instead of being recycled, plastic is often blown away to the oceans or rivers. It quickly accumulates there. Figure 2 shows the graph from 1960 to 2018 relating the total number of tons of plastic generated, recycled, composted with energy recovery, and landfilled. It is found that the landfill is the most used waste management method. Next, I would like to share 5 shocking facts about plastics. 73% of beach litter is plastic, which is filters from cigarette butts, bottles, bottle caps, food wrappers, grocery bag, and polystyrene containers. Some 700 species of marine animals have been reported to have eaten or become entangled in plastic. Did you know that 1 million of plastic bottles are purchased every 1 minute worldwide? More than 40% of plastic is used just once, then tossed. Lastly, packaging materials is the largest market for plastic. The waste from plastic packaging now accounts for nearly half of the plastic waste generated worldwide. Most of it never gets recycled or incinerated. For the past decades, consumer demands for a high quality and a longer shelf life in food packagings while reducing disposable packaging materials and increasing its recyclability. Bioplastics was first discovered in 1926 by a French researcher. So, what is bioplastic? Bioplastic is a plastic made from plant or other biological material instead of petroleum. Starch from natural sources such as wheat, corn, rice, sago can be used to produce bioplastic. The study about bioplastic continues to be an area of active research despite the advent of synthetic polymers, mainly because they are inexpensive, readily available, degradable, biocompatible, and non-toxic. Therefore, our team today will demonstrate to you how do we prepare bioplastic made from sago starch and red cabbage. To make this biofilm, you will need 100 ml of red cabbage extract, 3 ml of glycerin, and 5 grams of sago starch. Now, let us watch the process of making the biofilm. The prepared biofilm is then used to wrap food, which is in this case we use apples and tomatoes. The apples and tomatoes are divided into 3 pieces. S1 as the control or no film, S2 being wrapped by sling wrap, while S3 being wrapped in bioplastic. After the samples were wrapped, it is stored in the chiller for 5 days. These 2 figures are the observations of the samples on the 3rd day of the experiment. On the final day of the experiment, it was observed that the bioplastic size has shrank after 5 days in the refrigerator. This might happen because of the cold temperature in the refrigerator. Next, bioplastic also absorbed the moisture from the tomato and apple, causing the sample to reduce in size. The bioplastic also has left red stain on the apple surface. The bioplastic is thicker and stronger as compared to the conventional plastic, which is sling wrap. To conclude, red cabbage solution that contains anthocyanin can be utilized to produce an attractive natural colorant for packaging film. Other researchers have analyzed that it is biodegradable and can be used as smart packaging as the anthocyanin cause the film to be pH sensitive. That's it from our team. Thank you for your kind attention.